I love going to panaderias, yung bang mga bakery sa kanto, dahil kahit na marunong naman ako mag-bake, di ba? May mga produkto doon na talagang very comforting at binabalik-balikan natin. At isa na dyan, itong gagawin natin ngayon, ito po ay binabalik-balikan ko pa talaga doon sa parteng Cavite, sa may palengke sa Tagaytay, dahil napakasarap naman talaga. This is ube bars. And I know many of you, paano kaya ginagawa yon? Ganyan din po ang una kong sinabi nung una ko yung natikman. And na-discover ko, napakadali lang pala. So first, let's start with the baking pan. For the baking pan, so I'm going to get a ruler para sigurado. For the baking pan, you will be needing a rectangular pan. This is 13 by 9, no? Na rectangular pan. Kung wala kang ganun, you can just use 2 pieces of square pans. And very basic, I am going to just spray it with non-stick baking spray or pahiran mo lang ng shortening, mantika, or butter. Ganun lang kasimple. Okay? So once this is ready, no? I-prepare mo na yung mga ingredients mo. Very, very basic. I have here in my mixing bowl 3/4 cup of salted butter at room temperature. It's extremely important na yung butter na gagamitin mo, room temperature, spreadable. Makikita mo yan, di ba? Hindi siya natutunaw, hindi naglalangis, no? But very soft, spreadable. And then I have here 4 cups of La Filipina unchlorinated all-purpose flour. 4 cups. This is 1 cup of white sugar. Bubuhos ko na yung sugar dito, papunta sa mixing bowl. This is 2 teaspoons of baking powder. And this is 1 1/4 cup of fresh milk. Eh, paano yan, chef? Pang bakery nga, ang social may fresh milk, may butter. Pwede ka din gumamit ng margarine or shortening. And instead of the fresh milk, you can also use water. Pinasosyal lang natin ng konti ngayon. Pero of course, pwede mo din yang gawin na bakery style or bakery sa kanto style, di ba? And then, you put the flour. It's as simple as that. Ibuhos mo lang lahat dyan. And then, i-mixer mo lang. Wala kang mixer, masahin mo lang. By hand. Medyo malagkit and medyo stiff kasi yung butter. So just mix it like that. Very simple. Just at low speed. And then you can increase the speed hanggang wala ka nang nakikitang flour. It's that simple, no? Pag naging smooth na siya, okay na yan. Para siyang pie dough or parang bread dough na medyo malagkit-lagkit. Teka nga, may dahon ng laurel akong nakita because I put dahon ng laurel sa aking flour para hindi bukbukin. Ayan, tanggalin natin. Baka maglasang adobo yung aking ube bars. Alright, that's it. So, pagka nakita mong siya ay smooth na, wala ka nang nakikitang traces of flour, tanggalin pa natin. Daming laurel or bay leaf, di ba? So, kapag nakita mong wala ng traces of flour, smooth na yung iyong dough, it's ready. Ilagay mo na sa baking pan. I have here a round scraper. This is a round scraper. Ganito po yung texture niya. Parang bread dough na malambot. Pliable bread dough. Okay, so I'm going to use this one to flatten it. Pero ngayon, kakamayin ko muna. You just use your hand, your fingers, to even it out. Ang dali, di ba? Paano po magiging ube yan mamaya? Teka lang, teka muna. Mag-bake muna tayo. Huwag kayo masyadong excited. Darating tayo dyan. O, diba? I'm sure narinig mo na yan. Darating tayo dyan dito. Talagang darating tayo dyan. Makikita nyo ang outcome. So, and then using this, you just press it like that. If you don't have this, you can just use the spatula like that. I-press mo lang. But I enjoy using this kasi mas malapad siya. Ayan. Hindi naman kailangan sobrang pantay. Naku po, huwag ka masyadong magpaka-stress. Okay na yan, ganyan. Basta makita mong even siya so that you're sure that the thickness is even. Hindi naman kailangan smooth na smooth yung ibabaw. So this will go into a preheated 350 degrees Fahrenheit oven and you bake it for around 30 to 40 minutes or until the top is almost firm. Okay? So isa lang natin. So after around 35 minutes, no, it's ready. You would know if it's ready. Ayan. So you will know if it's ready when you touch the top kung medyo almost firm na siya. So it's ready. Lagay mo lang dyan to let it cool down completely, no? So as simple as that. So while the bars, ito yung ating pinaka-bar, habang lumalamig siya, no? Habang pinapalamig natin, let's prepare our topping. I have here desiccated coconut that I'm going to toast quickly. Ito toast ko lang ng mabilis until aromatic. You don't want it to turn super brown, just until aromatic. So you just want to heat your desiccated coconut until mangamoy, no? Ayaw mo naman na maging super brown kasi medyo pumapait yung desiccated coconut. Nagkakaroon ng bitter taste. Yan, nangangamoy na. Alam mo yung parang amoy amoy tropical, siya, amoy mo yung nyug. Heating it is not just for the color, but pag iniinit mo kasi siya, you're actually bringing out the essential oils. So, mas nagiging mabango, mas nagiging malasa. Ayan. So, I'm going to turn off the flame kasi nangamoy na talaga siya. It has become aromatic. And then, balikan natin to. Pag medyo kaya mo nang tanggalin, pag hindi na siya ganun kainit, kung kaya mo nang tanggalin from the pan, tanggalin mo na from the pan. Nako, hindi ko pa pala kaya masyado. So, let's use this. I-invert mo lang. Yan. Para mas mabilis siyang lumamig. And then, iwan mo lang ulit dyan, no? Next, let's move here. Gawin na natin yung isasalin ko na tong desiccated coconut ko dito. So, basically, nagpre-prepare na tayo for setup. So, next is, maraming nagtatanong, paano ba siya nagiging ube? Paano ba nagiging ube yan? I-recycle ko na lang tong kalan tuloy, tong kawali. Pupunasan ko lang siya ng tissue. So, to make it ube, you're actually going to dip the bars in a ube syrup, no? In Australia, may dessert na parang ganito. They call it lamingtons, no? Parang cake dipped in syrup, nilalagyan ng icing, and then nirorolyo dito sa desiccated coconut. So, it's very simple. In your pan, pagsama-samahin mo lang condensed milk. I have here condensed milk, approximately 1 can of condensed milk, a little bit of water, Not too much. And ube flavoring. Around a tablespoon of ube flavocol. Flavoring color. Not too much. Just bring it to a simmer. A quick simmer. Actually, ito okay na yan. Yung pag umusok lang siya, okay na siya. You just want to cook the ube flavoring for just a bit. Konting luto lang. Painitan mo lang yung ube flavoring para matanggal mo yung aftertaste. No? Because of course, aminin na natin, hindi po talaga ito tunay na ube. This is concentrated. Kumbaga, nagpapanggap lang. Pero, masarap naman po siya. And it gives you the really nice flavor, aroma, and color. So, because this is processed, no, hindi talaga siya natural, you want to cook it a bit just to remove any aftertaste na meron siya. No? So, pagka ready na to, what you do is, tikman mo pala muna. Kung okay ka na dun sa ube flavor. It's good. And then, isalin mo na dyan. Alright, so medyo lumamig-lamig na yung aking bars. I'm now ready. So first, it's really up to you kung ganong kahaba yung gusto mong gawin na bars. Siguro, this one I'll cut into 3. Okay? Tapos, tsaka mo i-cut into bars. Like that. Diba? Naku, maliit yung sa dulo. Akin na lang po yan. Sa akin na lang po yung maliit. Okay. So, once nakat mo na siya into bars, you just get a tong. And look, eto na yon. Yung mga matagal nang nagtataka, paano ba nagiging ube yung ube bars na yan? So, ilulubog mo yan dito. Look. You just dip it. Huwag masyadong matagal because you don't want it to become soggy. Yung sobrang basa. Dip mo lang na ganyan. And then after dipping it, you put it onto the desiccated coconut. Diba? Yan. Akalain mo yun. O yan. Diba? Akalain mo yan. So, one more. Ganun lang po kadali. O, akala mo, diba? Nung ayan tuloy. Nung dinevelop ko po tong recipe na to, ganyan-ganyan din ang nasabi ko, ganito pala yun. Kala ko naman talaga, may ube talaga. You know, this is a statement na Filipino bakers talagang magagaling. O hindi sa nagbubuhat ako ng sariling bangko, no? Magagaling talaga ang Filipino bakers kasi we innovate, no? We create products like this. Very economical, hindi masakit sa bulsa, pero masarap sa panlasa. O diba, ang bongga? Ako naman halimbawang naku, ang hirap naman yan, tinotong pa. O di pwede din namang kamayin mo. But you have to keep one hand dry. Okay, so you dip. Oh, ayan. I'm to my last 2 pieces. Actually, gumawa pa kami ng more na ganito, yung pang dip. I'm to my last 2. Ang bongga, di ba? And then last one. If you want this sweeter, mas konting tubig yung ilagay mo. And of course, hindi lang ube yung pwede mong gawin if you want to make buko pandan bars. 'Di ba? Buko pandan flavoring ang ilagay mo. O yan. So next, tikman na natin. I'm going to show you, syempre pipili ako ng ito. Yung nasa ilalim. I'm going to show you what's on the inside, no? So, ubing-ubi siya sa labas, but pag hiniwa mo, pag binuksan mo yung loob, you will see puti yung loob niya, di ba? Ito talaga yung dati ko pa iniisip, paano kaya nila nagawa yun? No? Na puti yung loob and then yung labas is ube. And then when you eat it, it's really, really moist. Ang sarap. Reminds me of, para magkano ba to? 3 piso lang ang isang bar dati. 'Di ba? Pero alam mo yung lasa niya, sarap-sarap talaga. Parang hindi ko siya kayang ibenta ng 3 piso. Kasi syempre naman butter to, 'di ba? It's very moist. Kahit wala siyang ube, alam mo yung wala ka talagang nakakagat na tunay na ube, alam mong yung nakalagay is hindi pure. Yung mga bagay na, you know that it's not pure, and it's not real, but still, it's so good. Di ba? Yung masayang-masaya ka, and very comforting. So, eto yun. The ube bar na wala naman talagang ube, just the ube flavoring, pero ubeng-ube pa din. Diba? Ewan ko kung tama yung pinagsasasabi ko, but one thing for sure, it's really, really so good. It's very easy to make, it's very affordable, and it's very easy to sell. Yan ang gustong-gusto ninyo, gustong-gusto natin. So what are you waiting for? Gumawa ka na ng ube bars because this will surely make your bebe so happy. I'll see you soon and take care.